I'd see him sitting on that couch all day long, just staring at that Hollywood hogwash.
Our favorite show was Hollywood Hogwash.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Hollywood Hogwash. I'm Andrew Pisano, along with Eric Hamilton, and Josh Reese.
Yay! All three here.
Three-man
That's right.
show.
It's been a while.
It's been a long time since we've done a three-man show.
It has.
Yes.
Well, when
Three
you
of
said
us.
you were doing Righteous Gemstones, I'm like, all right, I gotta be there for that one.
When Andrew first told me about Righteous Gemstones, I know we're gonna get to it, when we get to it. But I was just like, I'm not gonna watch 2 seasons in 2 weeks. Fuck that noise. I watched. Andrew's like, just watch the second season. It's no problem. I was like, okay, I'll give it a try. I'll watch the first season of the first episode. I was like, oh my god, this show's amazing.
Yeah.
And since I watched every fucking episode in 2 weeks.
Yeah, like any Danny McBride show.
Yes.
/ Walter Goggins.
Walter Goggins, yeah.
Yeah.
Walton
Walton.
Goggins. Give
Walton.
his name some fucking
Walter
respect.
Groggins.
Walton Goggins.
Walter Groggins.
Yes,
I don't know,
that's
something
it.
like that.
Or is one of the best bad guys in TV history.
Oh my god, and Justified?
Justified
Oh, hell yeah.
and in The Shield. He ended up being bad, but
Yeah, and
I guess
even,
you could say they were all bad in The Shield.
even in Vice Principals too, he played a hilarious.
Have you guys
That's
watched
right.
Sons of Anarchy?
No.
Yeah, he was in there too.
He
right?
was.
He was the guy that was driving the truck.
Nope.
Who?
No
No, that
spoilers.
was Michael Chiklis. Michael
Yes.
Chiklis drove the truck that killed Jax. It's 6 years old. No
Good
one cares.
Lord. Well, I haven't watched
No,
it.
Really?
Yeah, well,
it's okay. You don't know
you're
when
screwed.
or where it's coming.
No, you should look up his character in Sons of Anarchy later.
Okay.
I can't remember which one he is. Interesting.
I watched season 2 of Gemstones in 2 days.
That's phenomenal.
Just this past Friday and
Absolutely.
Saturday, because I had to get caught up because I knew we were recapping the entire season 2. We're recapping 2 whole seasons this week. We got season 2 of Righteous Gemstones and season 1 of The Boys Diabolical.
Is that a season? Is there going to be a season 2?
Of Diabolical?
Yeah.
Well, maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
At least, well, either way.
Whatever was released, the 8 episodes that were released.
Yeah. We all watched them, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I thought they
they're
were
great.
really good.
It was interesting.
You didn't like them?
I liked most of them. I mean, they were fine.
I thought most of them were really good.
Were some of them too scary?
Some of them were scary. For sure. For sure.
Oy vey. All right, well, we're going to talk about the Gemstones. We're going to talk about The Boys Diabolical. But first, we have to cover all the other stuff known as the Hollywood Hogwash.
All of it.
Yeah, so the Oscars, we're actually recording right now as the Oscars are on.
Correct.
We could kind of do like a live, like what would happen?
Yeah.
But like everything that's nominated, I just don't care for,
Right.
you know?
So, Best Supporting Actress went to Ariana DeBose.
Who?
She was in West Side Story.
Yeah, so you didn't
okay.
see that.
Yeah.
Actually didn't.
And then the Eyes of Tammy Faye got Best Makeup.
I don't
think.
care about that.
Yeah.
Dune won Best Sound.
Best Hair and
Dune
Makeup.
won a few things already.
Yeah. They're like all those ones that no one cares about. We do them, behind closed doors.
I imagine
whatever.
Best Picture will be like some movie we've never even heard of.
Probably.
Like The Power of Dog. I don't even know what that is. I imagine
Correct.
that's my guess right now for what, just based on the title of the movie.
The Power of Dog, bottom right.
Exactly. Yeah.
Who are you?
It's supposed to be some type of Western with Doctor Strange?
Yeah, sure.
It's a Doctor Strange Western.
Yeah, it is. That
It's
Wow.
yeah.
It's
That
in-
actually sounds pretty good.
It's a
in
Doctor
one
Strange
of the
variant.
universes.
Yeah,
It's a variant.
It's a variant.
Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like if the last couple of years weren't, I don't know. I feel like there'd be better movies if it wasn't for COVID for some reason. But
Right. I mean,
and oh god, Amy Schumer is hosting. I have no interest in watching the Oscars.
right. I saw her on the red carpet, and she's the worst.
Did they get the Ukrainian president on the show like she was trying to do?
Oh, I have no idea.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Something we can Google.
Her date to the Oscars was like 4 of her friends, and she wouldn't let any of them talk. She would literally be like, "Hey, so yeah, what movie do you like?" Yeah, God.
Yeah, that sounds terrible.
I can't stand her.
If something interesting happens, then maybe we'll cover it the following week.
Was
Sure.
Amy Schumer the one that saw John Cena's cock? Is that a different show?
In Trainwreck?
In Trainwreck?
Yeah.
In Trainwreck, yeah.
Yeah, she was fucking John Cena.
Oh, fucking John Cena. That's what
Because in real life, she had sex with what wrestler?
Oh, I know.
I don't know. Who?
Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Go
Yeah.
figure.
Dolph
So
Ziggler
apparently-
is a true coxman.
So that whole thing in Trainwreck was really about Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah. Right.
Because she couldn't keep up with how athletic he was.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Because, I mean, Dolph Ziggler's better looking than her.
That's
let's
what I
be
was about
honest.
to say.
Right.
Like, I think that's a step down for Dolph. You know?
It is, yeah. I mean, he had Sunny when she was still hot, so.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Sunny from WWE.
But I'm sure
of course.
she couldn't even keep up.
And one of the
Probably
Bellas,
not.
too,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's right. Nikki Bella.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
But this is not the wrestling podcast.
Even Mandy Rose, right?
Well, that's that's kayfabe stuff,
yeah,
right?
that's right,
I
that's
don't know if he
right.
really
Yeah.
did. I mean, then you could
I wouldn't
say-
be surprised if you really
I don't
did.
think Otis actually got Mandy.
He's like, I'm a true master of my craft, and if they say on the show we fucked, we're fucking in real life.
I'm sure he'd love to. Yeah, you never know.
Doing this method.
Right,
He
yeah.
might have.
All right, back to Hollywood.
Back to Hollywood.
Yeah, technically, it's Hollywood.
Yeah, so last week, Josh and I reviewed Batman 1989, starring
Yes.
Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson.
And I'm here to collect some receipts.
And it got heated. I was pretty mad at Josh during that show.
Yeah.
And so
but-
was your friend Aaron. He thought I was trolling, but I wasn't trolling. I was being honest. I felt bad. Okay, spoiler alert, and a little bit behind the scenes here.
No.
Aaron was actually in the room, in the corner.
Yeah.
And out of the corner of my eye, I could just see him the whole time going,
Yeah.
fucking shit.
Well, if you're listening with headphones on, you might be able to hear him sigh a few
God
times.
damn
yeah,
it,
right.
Josh.
'Cause that
I was
wasn't
wondering
always me.
what that was.
But seriously,
Off the mic,
it
right.
just doesn't stand up. And
Okay, look, we don't need to discuss it again. We've already done it. Okay,
Right.
It's
we're
happened.
just here
It's
to talk
did.
about the results because
Yes, this is what I'm invested in.
there were a lot of fans on my side, and surprisingly, there were a lot of fans on your side too, Josh.
sure.
And I posted a poll on our Patreon page, patreon.com/what's wrong with wrestling. $5 a month gets you everything.
Okay.
We 170 of our fans voted, and 51%. It was that close,
Wow.
but 51% picked the Batman
Well,
as the better movie.
here to collect the receipts.
Well, you
I
didn't-
think
we
we
didn't-
can acknowledge that Josh, of course, has the correct opinion.
Well, that's what an opinion is. An opinion.
But the correct
Yeah.
opinion, because the momentum is behind me with 51% of the polling. If this was an election, I would be president of the podcast. I'm just saying. 51% of the poll.
Wait,
is
we don't.
behind me.
Hold on.
Wait,
My-
we don't know where these fans live. What if the fans that voted for you lived in states that are smaller?
That's
and
true.
their votes don't count as
This
much.
is not the
Or if-
electoral college. This
Or
is
if they live out of state.
This
That's
is the
true.
popular
Or, I
poll.
mean, out of country.
Popular polling.
That is true. That is true. They live out of country.
Speaking of popular polls, back to Dolph Ziggler.
but no, that's really close. 51%.
It is pretty close.
It is. It
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
And some fans were mad at me for my opinions, and that's
People
all right.
love
Right,
nostalgia,
right.
i.e., Andrew and his friend Aaron.
I mean-
but I
Or
enjoy new.
if you say that, you could also say some people fetishize the new stuff and just like anything that's new.
Yeah. I mean,
I wonder what people would have said when Batman and Superman came out. If we did the same thing, like when Batman versus Superman came out in 2016, and they were like, "Hey, what's better, Batman versus Superman or Batman '89?"
Batman 89.
What people would have said.
Batman 89.
Batman's
how you feel?
Superman.
Yes.
Okay. What?
Batman and Superman.
You would have?
No.
Okay. See, at least we're not completely insane. At least
No.
Josh is not
No.
completely
Right.
insane.
I was going to give my 2 cents on this, but I'm going to just keep my mouth shut.
No, you
Well,
can.
could
No,
you give
'cause
a
I don't wanna
half
get bitched
cent
out by
at
the
least?
fans.
Can you give a half cent?
Either or, apparently.
No, but you.
Where-
Damned if I do, damned if I don't.
Where
mean,
are
we're
you
on
on
this-
this polling? Don't ride the fence, Eric. Make a fucking opinion.
Yeah, we're on the show because we have opinions. So,
I
Yeah.
want to hear it.
when's the last time you watched Batman '89?
Oh, it's been a minute. It's been a while.
Well, for me, it's been about a decade,
Let
maybe
Eric
2 decades.
speak.
I'm just saying.
No, you watched it last week.
Well, I mean, before then, and then I rewatched it, and I was like, "Oh God, it's way different."
I shouldn't have let you watch it. That was the problem.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
5-10 years?
Maybe 15.
Oh my God.
I know.
So it's really tough.
And
for you
I
to
keep
have
seeing it on like HBO Max and I think Hulu too.
Yeah.
I'm like, I should just watch it.
Okay,
But
go
I mean,
ahead.
I remember it.
Yeah.
You know. So it's kind of a toss up. Like, Michael Keaton was a better Bruce Wayne, but I think his Batman was a little flat. It was a little lackluster.
And Pattinson's wasn't.
I mean, at least like Pattinson showed like emotion when he fought, you know? Like when he shows up to that gang, he's like, "I'm vengeance." And he just like beats the shit out of him.
But before
brutal.
I mean, before this movie, certainly people are like, "Who's the best Batman of all time?" The debate's always been Christian Bale and Michael Keaton,
Right.
But now you're saying his Batman's flat. That doesn't really make sense.
Well, I mean, that's from what I remember and what I've seen, you know, he wasn't very intimidating as Batman.
Well, this poll,
Agreed.
okay, fine, but this poll wasn't who was the better Batman. This is what's the better movie. So, what would you say is the better movie?
better movie, I think it would be Batman '89
Because of Jack Nicholson.
because Jack Nicholson, the fucking Prince song, you know,
Right.
Jack Nicholson had a lot of great lines in it.
He did. We covered. Every line pretty much he said was gold.
It was great.
And it's okay for the villain to carry the movie. I mean, they did that in The Dark Knight.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason why The Dark Knight's so good is because Batman was also awesome in that movie.
Right.
And that's how I felt about the Batman as well. I thought Batman was weak, but the Riddler was great. The Riddler was amazing.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And
Both kind of had maybe like a lackluster Batman and a really good villain.
I wouldn't say a lackluster Batman for Michael Keaton. I still
mean, if you
love
really
Michael
think
Keaton.
about it, when you get a Batman that can't even like turn his head, he has to be like, huh?
Yeah, but that's just costume design.
That's poor costume design.
Well,
Sure.
it's a sign of the times too. But still, I mean, we're arguing over second place. Of course,
Yeah.
Christian Bale is still first place.
Yeah.
But
Well, yeah.
you know, I actually think there's a pretty wide gap between Christian
And,
Bale
I mean,
and number two.
Don't worry.
Sure.
Pattinson and Keaton are still 2 and 3.
Yeah.
You know?
No, however you shuffle them around, however you want to shuffle them.
Correct.
But look, some people think Pattinson's the best. So
Well, those people, I will say, are wrong. He is not the best. Maybe in a couple years we might think differently if
I
they
doubt it.
develop this series a little bit better.
No, they have
which I think they're
They have
going to
a
keep
proud
doing
tradition
shows.
of rebooting
does
Batman.
anyone here want to review the Penguin show that's coming out later this year?
I
mean, we might have to, but
have to.
I'm worried about
I
that.
know.
It could be good.
I didn't kill that Goyle. Who's Moida?
Take it easy, sweetheart.
Oh, we got fucking
I'm optimistic.
yeah. It's like I want to watch The Sopranos. We already have The Sopranos, and it's just
We have The Sopranos at home. It's the Penguin show. They're probably going to use like the same theme song.
But both shows are on HBO. Yeah, you're right.
Right.
The
No,
intro
that's
will be
true.
the Penguin.
He's going to be driving around his car like through Gotham. Like from Metropolis across the bay to Gotham.
and a shitty ripoff version of the Sopranos song.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Smoking a cigar. Yeah.
Jesus! All right, so we got through the poll. You've been vindicated, Josh. 51%.
I knew this before.
But with Eric's pick. Oh no, Eric picked the Batman. Fuck.
Yeah.
All right, so damn it.
Damn it.
I was gonna be like swing vote. It's tied again. But yeah, no. All right, so still speaking of the Batman, Warner Brothers released a deleted scene from the new Batman movie where Batman visits the Joker in Arkham Asylum.
I know you're my worst villain ever. But look these case files over. See if anything
Listen,
comes to you.
friend, take a look at these.
Yeah, like the Joker's insane. What are
You're
you
an
doing?
insane murderer. Look over these files for me and let me know what you think.
I think they're pals.
Well, clearly they are.
Right.
Now, it's interesting because people were saying, like, if Heath Ledger didn't die, he was going to have some sort of role in Dark Knight Rises.
Sure.
And everyone was thinking, because before like they said Bane's going to be the villain, people were thinking it was going to be the Riddler for the third movie.
Okay, yeah.
And then people are like, well, he can go visit the Joker in Arkham Asylum and asked for his help.
Sure. Yeah.
And then they fucking did it in this movie, but they deleted the scene.
Right.
Now, we saw the scene at the end of the Batman. You don't really see his face.
Right.
A lot of shadows. It's very dark.
What do they call them? Like screen flares? Like where you get the
that whole
bright,
movie in that whole movie is a lot of shadows and you can't see much, but you get to see him in this scene, in this deleted scene, and he looks like a crackhead.
He does.
He's missing hair, so I guess he's pulling his hair out, right?
Sure.
Because his hair is all fucked up.
Either that or he's got mange. I don't know.
And his face is all it
looked like he had burns everywhere too.
I don't know about burns.
Well,
was it burns?
I thought it was burns.
How many
chemical burns?
That's what I was getting. The Joker fell in a vat of chemicals that made his skin white.
Right.
But it wouldn't just bleach your skin.
Yeah.
It would fuck up your whole skin.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I think that's what they're going with.
I guess, but I didn't like how he looked. He looked like a crackhead. It reminded me of the Green Goblin from Amazing Spider-Man 2. After he just looked like a crackhead.
Right.
That's what this Joker looks like. It's like the Joker. Would the Joker do meth? Sure, maybe the real version of the Joker would do meth.
Sure,
but not the Joker that we all know.
Well,
correct.
If he was on drugs, this was a very, very relaxed drugged up person.
And I didn't like the performance. I didn't feel the scene was that interesting. And I know what you're gonna say. You can't compare everything to Heath Ledger.
Sure.
Right.
But I can't help it.
But
you
look,
also have Jack Nicholson. They both did two really good Jokers.
Well, this is the middle.
Every scene that Heath Ledger and Jack Nicholson does in their movies, you're captivated.
Right.
I was not captivated by this Joker.
Right. How enthralled was even the director of this movie that he cut a scene like that from the movie?
I don't understand why it was cut. I mean, I didn't think it was too boring. I thought it was fine.
I would have cut.
It wasn't great.
The other scene too, because like I said last week or for a couple weeks now, is they got to stop doing the Joker for a while.
Right.
No more Jokers. Stop with your Joker fetish. There's plenty of Batman villains.
So many. I want Mr. Freeze.
That's what I want too.
Yeah. Okay, Nick Cage. Wanting to be Egghead.
I don't want it. I'm just
He's
saying
an egghead.
He wants to be Egghead.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, he's a couple eggs short of a dozen.
But, this kind of gives me a little bit of hope that, when this movie comes out on HBO Max, that there might be a little bit more content that is added into the movie that
I don't know about that.
The Reeves,
there's a reason why
they cut.
For sure.
It's already 3 hours. What else could they have cut? This has to be the only deleted scene.
Right, yeah.
We shot 6 hours. The movie was a 6 hour cut.
It was originally 6 hours.
Yeah.
Part one, part two.
I was trying to top
shown back to back.
I was trying to top Zack Snyder. I was like, fuck that guy. I can make a longer Batman movie.
Yeah. I'll make 6 hour Batman.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. I would leave the Joker out of this, but they can't. They can't fucking help themselves.
Well, the Joker's one of the most popular villains out there, so I mean, it is.
Yeah. But there's already so many. We have the Joaquin Phoenix universe.
Right.
They're getting a sequel.
I don't count that.
Look, if anything good came out of this, we won't see tons of people dressed up as a Joker for Halloween this year.
Not as this one.
Not as this one.
Oh God, no.
Are you okay? Somebody call the ambulance.
I mean, you can change things about a character as long as it works and it's good. Like Heath Ledger's, right? He's got the scars on the side of his fucking face. Yeah. Like, the comic book Joker didn't have that, but they did that in the movie and it worked well. But I don't. We're looking at it now again.
He looks more,
especially when they show the mouth. It's just like, ugh.
Oh, the mouth, Jesus!
He looks more like he's been chemical burned.
It just looks like he's just a meth head, and how his face is all messed up. Look at that. That's a crackhead. He's on crack right now.
He's got scars too.
Yeah.
Batman, I think Batman slipped him some crack. What do you think of this case file?
Right.
Oh, they're
People
not.
also
they're not
pointed
really
out-
friends. He gives them crack for help.
People also pointed out that there was a clip, when he gave him the files. There was what the fuck do you call it? like a
Paperclip?
A paperclip, yeah, thank you. Like, so, like, he threw that in there, and it's like, oh, no, now the Joker can get out because he has a paperclip.
Oh, Christ.
Well, it didn't work because
World's greatest detective, huh?
Yeah. So, I don't know. I guess we're going to get the Joker for the next movie. Or maybe he'll just keep visiting him in jail.
Give me Mr. Freeze. Give me Clayface.
Please. Yeah. The Court of Owls.
Yeah.
Right?
Court of Owls. Yeah.
Like
Fuck, I'll take Kite Man. I don't even care.
The Arkham video games, like, they did all those villains so well.
They did.
You know?
They really did.
You could even do Two-Face because we only got Two-Face for like 30 minutes in The Dark Knight.
Right.
So you could even do Two-Face.
Yeah, and he was more like Crispy Face, too. So
I'd be fine with Poison Ivy because they did the first Poison Ivy terribly.
Well,
Bane, darling. Jesus.
She was like an actress from like the 1940s.
100%. It's love dust. Oh, fuck.
Hello, fellas. You wanna come see me sometime?
And then Batman and Robin, the whole movie, I'm gonna fuck her. No, I'm gonna fuck her.
And he's like, no, I got a credit card. I'm buying her pussy. It's like, what the fuck?
Jeez.
The Batman credit card.
The Batman credit card.
You know how we could
That's some branding.
You know how we could all come together, like all of us, the people that like the Batman and the people that like Batman 89 more, we could all come together in agreements if we review Batman and Robin and be like, all right, now this shit sucked.
Yeah, right, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
One of the
But
worst
it's like
comic
that
book movies
meme
of
where
all
it's
time.
like Batman 89 fans, the Batman fans, Batman Robin's terrible. You know? Like,
You know what I'd be interested in is what is worse, the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern or Batman and Robin?
Batman and Robin.
I never even saw Green Lantern.
It
I've never
was
seen it all the
bad,
way
but it
through.
wasn't Batman and Robin bad.
Interesting.
Okay, this might be an unpopular opinion.
Uh-oh, here it goes.
I would rather
Brace yourself
watch.
in.
Cover your ears.
I'm buckled.
I would rather watch Batman and Robin than Batman v Superman because I could at least laugh at how bad Batman and Robin is, and like I would enjoy like making fun of it as I watched it. But Batman v Superman, I hate the movie. It's so depressing.
It is depressing.
And it makes no sense. And
very long.
And they're trying to make a serious movie, and they failed. Batman and Robin is like, this is a movie for kids. It's going to be stupid, but we know it's stupid.
And how?
At least you can laugh. Like, I think we'd have a more fun time watching Batman and Robin, making fun of it for 2 hours.
For sure.
Well, yeah.
Then,
Probably.
and then just, like, watching Batman v Superman, like, God damn it.
However,
Why did you say that name? I can only. Oh no! Why did you say Martha?
Batman versus Robin is Batman and Robin is still the last of the Batman movies. I think Batman versus Superman is above.
I would put it.
I
will say we'd have more fun with it.
Batman and Robin above Batman Forever because to Andrew's point, at least you can laugh at Batman and Robin. Like Batman Forever, like it tries really hard to be funny, and then it's also trying to be a serious movie.
Yeah, well, Jim Carrey's good in it, but he's the only one that's good in the movie.
But Tommy Lee Jones isn't great.
God.
Nicole Kidman's terrible.
No,
Val Kilmer's the worst.
You saying Tommy Lee Jones isn't great is the understatement of a lifetime.
Yeah.
He's fucking terrible.
Oh, my
he's
God.
dog shit in that movie.
Yeah.
He's like, his laugh in that movie is like, "Mrrah, mrrah." That's
I
how
thought
he
it was
laughs.
more like,
Well, he does that too.
Yeah.
But the other half of the time, he's like,
right. I guess he would do that when they're like, no, that's too jokery. You gotta swap it up.
swap it up. Yeah. Jeez. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of bad Batman movies, but
Per something from the Hollywood Reporter, apparently Tommy Lee Jones really hated working
Yeah.
with Jim Carrey.
Yes.
no, Jim Carrey
on Batman Forever.
Jim Carrey has told this story a couple times before they even started filming. That's the video of him telling the story, but he's saying that he was in a restaurant. He went up to Tommy Lee Jones, like, "Hey, we're going to be working together," and Tommy Lee Jones like grabbed him and said, "I cannot sanction your buffoonery."
Classic Tommy Lee
How
Jones.
did that movie get made?
And then they made the movie, and Tommy Lee Jones tried to out buffoon Jim Carrey.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. All right, let's move on. No more Batman talk. That was enough.
We might have to review this movie one
we
day.
might have to go through all the Batman movies.
Yeah.
God, and I'm going to really fucking dread the Ben Affleck ones. But, all right, so Morbius is coming out next week. And the early reviews of the movie are really bad.
Oh, surprise.
We're still on the fence if we're going to watch it?
Like all Sony superhero
So it's
movies.
keeping on track. Yeah. They've got a theme going.
Morbius director Daniel Espinosa did a Q&A with Cinema Blend on Twitter last week, and he gave away a lot of spoilers. And I won't mention them here. I don't know if you guys saw them.
I did not.
But I assume they did this because early reviews of the movie are bad, and they're worried that it will do bad in theaters. So they were like, let's just spoil the post-credit scene and some other stuff to get people excited so that they hopefully go see the movie.
Well, from what I
gonna
read, we've already seen the post-credit scene.
Kind of, yes.
Yeah.
There's a little more. So I saw it on Twitter because I didn't fucking know what I was getting myself into.
Right.
And I was
You're
like, oh,
this
you
isn't
just
porn.
I mean, he spoiled the entire post-credit scene, or at least one of them.
Yeah.
And like went into detail, and it's just like, what? And now I'm like, I don't need to see the movie.
No. Right.
Sweet. Now we still have this podcast. Josh, so-
No, well, I mean, Josh is on solo duty because we're going to be at Mania next weekend. So,
Oh, God. A solo Josh podcast? I don't know if the world's ready for that.
Well, that's the end of me.
Yeah, so it seems like this will be a lot like Venom 2, where the best scene is during the credits.
Right.
But yeah, speaking of Mania, next week Morbius is coming out, but because of WrestleMania, we'll just cover Morbius the following week. So we'll be a week late for Morbius. We'll just do Moon Knight instead. But yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm going to have the flu next week.
next week. We'll see. Yeah. All right. Moving on.
I mean, if you want to do like a audio only, we could record it there.
At Dallas? No, it's not that important.
Sounds like
Okay.
Eric's hankering to watch Morbius.
No, it's not that. I'm not gonna have time to see. That's the problem. Is I'm not gonna have time to see Morbius next week.
Yeah.
Because of
I mean,
Mania.
Moon Knight. Or
No, Moon
Morbius.
Knight. We'll watch Moon Knight next week's
Well, that's
episode.
what I was talking about. We could record Moon Knight recap in Dallas.
I don't want to bring all,
And you're going to
all
get
this
me
shit.
stuck with
Okay.
the shitty movie? Get the fuck out of here.
We're going to record next week. We're going to be recording Thursday because then
okay.
So yeah,
Yeah.
Ooh, that's going to be a long day.
yeah. Well,
I completely didn't even think of that.
right. So, all right, let's move on. The upcoming Marilyn Monroe biopic starring Ana de Armas will be rated NC-17.
What?
Oh,
my
yeah.
God.
I have a feeling it's going to be
So it's a porno?
dick heavy.
Maybe.
It's going to be a lot of dicks.
Yeah, but Ana de Armas shows her boobs in, like, every movie she's in.
That new one on Hulu, she did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, at least that'll be fun.
So
Right.
we're going to see JFK's cock?
Probably.
Maybe, but it'll
Yeah.
be a soft cock.
Soft cock.
Soft cock.
Never hard cock.
No, you can't
Soft
do
cock.
hard cocks.
Can't do hard cock. Gotta do soft cock.
The film will be released on Netflix and in theaters later this year. There's no date yet.
Right.
Because it's Netflix.
Yeah.
They'll be like, hey, it's coming out next week. Oh, okay, fuck me.
Right. I think Netflix is trying to compete with HBO Max because season 2 of Euphoria, lot of cock.
Oh, really?
Lot of cock. So much cock. They're
You
like, we
watched
can
it?
do cock too.
You watched it?
What, Euphoria?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, it's a great show.
Is it? Never seen it.
Is it about high school kids doing
It is.
drugs?
It is. Absolutely.
All right. Okay.
And the most unrealistic thing about it is the high school dress code.
Oh, there is none? Or
I mean, basically, no. The way that they dress, holy shit.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's
Like,
not an accurate. That's not an accurate description of high school.
I'm like,
at all,
if you're
right?
high school, your parents let you leave like that? Like,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah. No, so I was looking on IMDb for this Marilyn Monroe movie, and one of them says retired ball player. So I guess they're not going to use like John DiMaggio's real name. It's just going to be like, there he is.
Oh.
And then one guy is credited as the president's pimp.
Wow.
IMDb.
Interesting.
So I guess we are going to see JFK's cock.
Probably.
And I wonder what they're going to do. Are they going to
And
straight
his
up...
brother Bobby, I guess.
Are they going to like straight up say that, they killed Marilyn Monroe?
How are they going to introduce the president's pip? Like, this is a secretary of outer relations.
This is the secretary of cock and balls.
That's a little... That's a little on the nose there, John.
This is a secretary of dicking them down.
DNT. I am a secretary
no,
DNT.
No, here we go. This is the secretary of deep interior.
Ooh. Wow.
Anyways, moving on. Maury Povich told Deadline that his show will finally be ending in September after a 31-year run.
Wow.
Povich, who is now 83.
God dang.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, so he was in his 50s.
Is he still married to, what's their name?
Oh,
Connie Chung?
I think so.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What a strong marriage.
Shut up.
Wow.
He said, I'm so proud of my relationship with NBC Universal and all those who worked on The Maury Show. But as I occasionally tell my guests on Maury, enough already. I thought it would have been funnier if he said, as I tell my guests, I am not the father. What? He's fucking 83.
Yeah.
Is he still
That's
married
crazy.
to her?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh.
I didn't want to.
When did they get married? What's been longer, their marriage or his show?
Oh, God.
Maury Povich. Let's see. I wonder what he looks... I haven't seen... Oh, he married her in 84.
So Jerry Springer...
So the marriage is longer.
Jerry Springer's 78 years old.
Yeah.
So I guess the Povich show came out right after Springer? Or during Springer?
Well, I don't know when Springer started.
Well, I mean, because that was the same type of show, right?
Springer was more about the fights. Maury is more about the, are you the father? Or like, are you afraid of cucumbers? We're going to have someone dressed up as a cucumber, and then we're going to throw a bunch of cucumbers on you.
Right, but it was,
that was the Maury.
It was the
like,
bunch
they
of
literally had
shop stuff.
They literally had those shows where like this guy's like, we brought in a guy who's afraid of and he's like, yeah, I'm afraid of cucumbers. And then they would throw cucumbers at him, and he would,
my God.
and he would
Lord.
run away. It's like, what the fuck is this? Yeah. I think The Undertaker is, not to go back to wrestling, but apparently The Undertaker's weirded out by cucumbers. It's something
Really?
like that. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So
I'll
he's
have
like a
him sign
cat.
one at
There you go.
WrestleMania.
Get the fuck out of here!
Punch you in the face.
Got him!
Do you guys have any other news? Because the rest I just have is sad stuff that I want to save for the end.
Oh,
No,
well.
I don't really have anything else.
So I have, according to TMZ,
Yeah.
in January there was a tribute show for Bob Saget
Okay.
And
what?
it
Where?
look-
Wait. What? Like where? Like what kind of
at
show?
the Comedy Store.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it looks like Netflix acquired the rights to it, and they're gonna do a special.
Oh, like they filmed it, so they're gonna
Yes.
release it.
And-
okay, that's cool.
In attendance, John Stamos was there, Chris Rock, Jeffrey Ross, John Mayer, Jim Carrey. So we could see.
Oh yeah, that's right. I heard like Jim Carrey did stand up for the first time
Yeah.
in for fucking ever.
Yeah.
In honor of Bob Saget.
Right.
Or at least he talked. I don't know. Yeah. Oh my god. Because Jim Carrey hasn't had stand up in like fucking 30 plus years.
Oh, I know. Not since he was James Carrey.
Right.
Oh, Lord
Yeah.
Jesus.
So, hopefully that gets released pretty soon, and we get to enjoy that.
Yeah. I'm definitely down for that.
Yeah.
Before you get to your sad stuff, so an update on the Oscars.
Yeah.
For all you Coda fans out there, never heard of the movie. The actor in a supporting role went to Tony Coaster of Coda.
No, not it's Kotzer.
Kotstar?
The T is first, so
Coats-
Kotzer. There's no way we're getting that right.
So with that movie, it also had Marlene Matlin in it,
Okay.
and both of the stars were actually deaf.
Right. Okay.
And
yeah.
it was about people who were deaf, so
Gotcha.
It's kind of a big deal.
She's won an Oscar.
Yeah, she has.
Yeah. Anything else? That's it.
Did we do
guess
cinematography?
Dune. Okay.
Yeah.
Dune. Okay.
Makes sense.
But
yeah,
yeah,
Dune's gonna win all that shit.
What
Sound
about
and-
costume design? Because Spider-Man's nominated in that, and I got my fingers crossed.
There's no way.
Costume design.
Oh, there it is. No, not yet.
No, not yet.
Oh wait, it's not
it?
even in there.
It wasn't. Yeah.
Maybe it was like effects.
Yeah, it's got to be visual effects. Yeah, there it is.
No,
Oh,
sorry.
fuck off, dude.
Sorry.
Well, hold, go
Eric.
back to visual effects. Go back to
Dune.
Oh, Dune 1, Free Guy, No Time to Die, Shang-Chi, Spider-Man. No one brought up like Eternals had the best visual effects of any of these movies.
Yeah, I know.
Like that's the ridiculous thing. Like way better than Shang-Chi and Spider-Man was Eternals. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, to me, winning an Oscar for a movie that's a remake,
right.
Lame.
like
Right?
like West Side Story being nominated for Best Film. It was made. It got nominated for Best Film.
Yeah.
It won Best Film.
Right.
Like, I don't know. It's almost like cheating, you know?
You know what? I want to go back. I have a new pick. I think
To where?
King Richard for Best Picture. That's my new guess. King
Yeah.
Richard.
You think Will Smith will win Best Actor?
No, but King maybe. I don't know. It's so political. That's why the Oscars suck.
Yeah.
Because everything is so political. Like when Slumdog Millionaire won Best Picture, and it was like, okay, don't even nominate The Dark Knight. Whatever.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right.
But Heath Ledger was nominated.
Yes.
Yeah.
He won.
He won.
He fucking won. Only because he died.
Right.
But yeah. All right.
So what we needed to do was kill Tom Holland.
Oh, Jesus, Josh.
Jesus. Wow. Wow.
Interesting.
Wow.
Oh, did I say that out loud? Shit.
Yeah. All right. So some sad news. Foo Fighters drummer Taylor Hawkins passed away at the age of 50 while on tour in Bogota, Colombia.
Yeah, they're there for a music festival.
Yeah. They had a whole tour in South America. And Colombian authorities say that a preliminary urine toxicology test indicated that Hawkins had 10 substances in his system at the time of his death, including opioids, benzodiazepines, I think, antidepressants, and THC, which THC doesn't matter, but they also found heroin and white powder in the room.
Yeah.
So that's not good.
No.
And then forensic experts say that the autopsy revealed that his heart weighed double the average size.
Yes.
Damn.
Like 600 grams.
600 grams, yeah.
Jesus.
Which I guess drugs does that to you?
Maybe.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
R.I.P.
Guy's an awesome drummer. You know, I've gotten to see him before. I mean, he was their drummer like the whole time, you know?
Right.
You know, because usually you have people that come and go in the band, you know, but no, he was a constant. They just put out that movie, Studio 666.
Uh-huh.
So
What is that, a documentary?
no, it's like a horror movie that they made.
Oh, I thought it was a documentary.
No, it's a horror movie. Now, Dave,
They just produced it, or like they're in it?
they're all in it.
Like they're all in it getting
It's
murdered?
like they're all like there to record an album, and like Dave Grohl gets possessed by a demon and ends up killing them.
You
Like
saw
members
it?
of the band. No, this is just from the commercials.
It's not out yet?
Oh, it's out.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Where?
I am not sure. I
see that now.
can tell you here in a minute.
I kind of want to see that.
While
now.
he's looking that up, I saw this earlier today. So he was apparently shared like a really cool moment for fans.
Yeah.
A couple hours before his death, apparently. There was a girl in Colombia that set up drums outside the Foo Fighters hotel and was playing the drums, and he came out there and played drums with her.
That is very cool.
Yeah. So right now you can it's got early access on Amazon.
Okay.
Rent it for $20. I'm sure in a few weeks the price will go down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. R.I.P.
Yeah. I don't know whatever happened to this documentary, but the Foo Fighters did make like an 8-part documentary that was on HBO, and basically what it was is they were recording for a new album, and they went to all these cities that basically are big music cities.
Yeah.
And the album and the show were called Sonic Highways.
Okay.
It was like an 8-part series, and that was an amazing, like, because they'd go to this town and like dive into all the culture of the music, and then write a song.
Yeah.
And then they'd show the recording of it.
That is cool.
Yeah.
I've heard Dave Grohl like talk about his entire career, like he on an interview with Howard Stern. Mm-hmm. It's so fascinating,
Right.
like just how many bands he's been a part of.
I know.
It's fucking awesome.
It is. When I saw them, it was at ACL a few years, and they were on tour, and Dave Grohl had broken his leg.
Okay.
So basically, what he did is they had a throne of guitars built for him, and he sat in that throne and sang.
That's awesome.
And played guitar. It was the coolest thing ever.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Favorite Foo Fighters song?
Ooh,
I'm gonna go with My Hero.
That's like the most.
That's everyone's.
That's like the.
Well, that's my opinion.
Mine is Hey Johnny Park.
Andrew?
I don't know the names of the songs. So I don't. The only I know the song My Hero. I don't know what the names of the songs are called. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get it, Josh. That's great. Yeah.
Okay.
But again, R.I.P. to Taylor Hawkins. But moving on, it's time to review The Boys Presents Diabolical.
Oh yeah.
You think any of these will be canon, like Marvel's?
Oh my god.
Yes.
Like What If?
Yes.
Right.
They said the final episode was canon.
I mean, it sure feels that way, right?
I
Yeah.
mean, I think that was just because it was like a
Homelander's
prologue. No.
Yeah.
A prequel or whatever.
Yeah, like a prequel episode.
Well, yeah, it was Homelander's origin story,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
But we'll go in order. And I loved every episode was different.
And
they're all like
styles.
different
So
styles, and they're only 10 minutes long.
14.
Yeah.
Well, that's like with credits.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
I'd say like the average episode's like 12 minutes long, and so you can get through all of them really quickly. But the first episode is straight up an R-rated Looney Tunes.
Oh, for sure.
Not one single word was said.
No, I love how they made it like seem cute and adorable.
Yeah.
How the baby is like brutally murdering the bad guys.
Oh yeah.
So
She's like,
many people. So many people she killed.
Like the first one, she puts a hole in that guy, and she's like hee hee, and they play cute music.
The guy that's like going around trying to get the baby.
Yeah,
That was Ben Schwartz, the guy who voices Sonic.
right. And the only noise he made was like because they didn't say any words.
Right, yeah.
And then when I first saw the big brain guy, I was like, oh, I wonder if we'll see him in season 3 of The Boys.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Nope.
He's
Nope.
Brutally murdered.
Yeah.
And then at the end, it even does "That's all, boys."
Yeah. That was good.
I love that. That was fantastic.
It's good.
Episode 2 is narrated by Christian Slater,
Yes.
who we later find out that his superpower is that he narrates.
He's the narrator. Yeah.
I tell people what's going on.
By the way, one of my favorite things, or I guess my favorite thing about watching a show on Amazon Prime, is that you can pause it and it'll show you
The X-ray.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Who's in the scene?
it shows you the cast and who's who. Like, I love
Yeah.
that, especially for a cartoon. It helps so much.
Right.
So this one's about a school where kids with shitty powers get left behind and abandoned by their parents.
Yeah, that's
Nacho Nuts
basically
was
it.
hilarious.
This is probably the best one, I think. I mean,
the
really
funniest
funny.
for sure.
Yeah.
Instead of being super fast, one kid is super slow. One kid has a boombox on his head that can only play Hootie and the Blowfish. Only want to be with you. One kid is just water. Can't do anything. They're just water. Another is a giant tongue. One kid can melt anything with his testicles.
One is a ghost that can't eat, feel, touch, do anything.
A ghost that can't do anything. We have Booby Face, who is voiced by Kevin Smith, but he's basically just Kenny because you can't understand what he's saying.
Yeah, right.
And then there's one where it's like, that's a ranch dressing cum squirter. Pretty self-explanatory. What the fuck? Papers can locate any papers.
That. Oh
But he
my
couldn't.
god.
But he really
couldn't.
He
he
couldn't
just,
do
he
it.
just has control of paper.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And
So
that
those-
was Justin Roiland from Rick and Morty.
Yes.
Okay.
He's the animator. He also wrote the episode, and he voiced Papers.
Yeah. So they all take turns killing their parents for having them turned into freaks and abandoning them. Testicle Boy teabags his dad to death.
It's great.
That's a bad way to go.
And then Homelander shows up and kills all of them.
Except for Ghost.
Except for Ghost.
Maybe she'll be able to come back.
Maybe. She could. Can't kill Ghost Girl because you can't kill her, but she can't do anything to you either.
Right.
But that was cool when she grabbed she pretended as if she was the one killing them.
She was helping slow-mo kill her parent.
Right.
That's terrible.
And in the end, the narrator's
very
like
sweet.
killing his father or whatever as he narrates his death. But
Narrating his dad's death.
that was
just killing him.
That was really funny.
Yeah.
Episode 3 is about Butcher. Mm-hmm. Not voiced by Carl Urban, though.
No.
No, slightly
Jason
disappointed.
Isaacs.
Slightly disappointed.
Yeah, and it's like you didn't have 30 minutes
Right.
to do the voice.
5 minutes. Shit.
Butcher finds the soup's drug dealer and forces him to put poison in one of the soup's heroin enemas. That's right. He gives himself heroin enemas.
Yes.
Oh,
there's
Lord
like
Jesus.
there's like the drug dealer for the supers. OD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
That's that was Kieran Culkin. And
that's-
Great
yeah.
Wide Wonder was Michael Cera.
Michael Cera.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Simon
And-
Pegg was Huey in that one.
But yeah, because Simon Pegg was Huey in the first season.
Yeah.
He was in the first season of The Boys.
Mm-hmm.
He was Huey's dad.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He still is Huey's dad.
Yeah, he is. Wait, Simon Pegg was voicing Huey though?
Yeah, that's what IMDb says.
I'm so confused now.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Are you on Diabolical?
No, it's true. Simon Pegg was Huey.
Yeah.
Wasn't he bald though in that one?
Listen, I don't know why they made the choices that they made. It was
I'm
a fun
confused.
episode.
All right, so whatever. According to Butcher, I'm a little confused right now. That's okay.
I'm gonna power through.
According to Butcher, Wide Wonder flew 2 underage girls up to space to fuck them, but they died because they were in space.
Yeah.
And then Wonder was supposed to show off his flight skills in front of a crowd, but because of the drugs, he flies into another soup.
He was getting inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Oh, that was
which is interesting. I mean,
Yes.
I guess you should have a
And then
superhero Hall of Fame.
He flies into like a guy that's like made of iron.
Yeah, he was drinking baby's blood or something like that. That gave him his power.
Yeah.
Something like that.
And the other soups make up some bullshit story to cover. They're like, oh, look, there's a villain. He's on the sun and he's doing this.
Oh, yeah.
We got to go fly to the sun.
Homelander and Queen Maeve do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the end of the episode, Butcher was talking to Huey? Who was he talking to at the end?
I
He's
guess
talking
he
to
was
Huey.
sticking to Huey.
Yeah.
That didn't look like Huey, right?
It doesn't.
Yeah.
That style.
It's a cartoon.
It's a cartoon, Andrew.
It's barely
What do you want
canon.
from it?
No, I was like, he looks like Simon Pegg, so I guess he was Simon Pegg's character? No, that
I
didn't
thought he
make
looked
sense.
like Bobby from King of the Hill.
Cool.
All right, episode 4. This one is a great commentary on how social media makes people feel like shit
Yeah.
and worthless.
Apparently, this was a French style animation.
Okay.
All right.
I like this one a lot. There's a guy, he likes a girl, so he agrees to try a new Vought cream product that makes you look however you want on the outside, and he basically wants to look like Homelander, so
Basically,
he looks
yeah.
like Homelander. He gains the confidence to ask the girl out, and of course she likes him because he's hot now. They fuck, and she finds the product in his bathroom, and she turns herself into a cat woman.
Yeah.
Literally
Yeah.
a cat woman.
Well, that was the filter she left to use.
right.
So,
That's right.
So they both gain a huge social media following and make a ton of money through a sponsorship with the Vought cream, and their entire relationship is social media, and it doesn't take long for them to be completely miserable again.
And gaping assholes. Sure.
I'm sorry, what?
Gaping assholes.
They have gaping assholes?
They became gaping assholes.
assholes. Wow. All right. Vought fires them, and the couple fights over the last drop of cream, but it goes down the toilet, so they go back to their normal bodies, but they get back together. So it's a nice little ending.
yeah.
Except it turns out the guy was hallucinating the entire time, and we see him back at the office where he first tried the cream, and his head explodes.
Yep.
The boys love blowing up heads.
Absolutely.
Can we not get one happy ending? I guess not.
No. Kumail Nanjiani was one of the like lab techs.
Yeah.
And then
Oh, of course. You recognize his voice as soon as you...
right.
yeah.
Yep.
And then the girl from the boys show, the one who plays Ashley Barrett, she reprised her character, just an animated version in that one.
Who?
She's like the PR lady.
Oh, yeah,
for
yeah.
Vought.
Right.
Yeah.
Of course. Episode 1 had a happy ending, right?
I guess that's
Yeah,
true.
that's true.
If you don't count the thousands of people that baby murdered.
No, she murdered bad guys.
Sure.
Right? That was it. It was just bad guys.
No
It was just
collateral
Vought.
damage, I guess? Well, I
don't think so.
We're not worried about collateral damage here.
Nah.
Nah.
Episode 5, this one's an anime. It's voiced by Awkwafina. She plays the main girl. Seth Rogen plays like a Russian drug dealer. It's Seth Rogen's voice, but Russian. I can't even think of how I would do that impression, so I'm not going to. But she drinks the compound V, and her superpower is poop.
She can control shit.
Well, we don't know that yet.
It brings her shit to life.
At first, it brings her shit to life. She has a poopy friend who she named Areola, or the poop named herself Areola.
She's like, can you be called my dead mother? Because it's such a beautiful name. This shit's like, no, that's a lame name.
Yeah, I don't like that name. The Deep gets Awkwafina's info from the drug dealer, and he lets a shark eat him. And at first, they cut away like most PG-13 movies would do,
Yes.
so that we don't see the bloody mess. Like, they literally pan away, and then they just go right back and show the shark rip him to shreds. That was hilarious. Deep finds the main girl, and Vought offers her $1,000 and a refurbished iPad.
She goes,
Refurbished iPad.
She goes, you offered me $100,000?
Yeah.
And then she's like, no, I offered you $1,000.
No, that's $1,000. Yeah, keep this all a secret. But she misses her turd because Vought kept it, and they're going to experiment on it. So she breaks in, she finds Areola, she flushes her down the toilet so that Vought can't find it. And then Deep breaks in, and she acts like she's like, oh, what's up, man? Just taking a shit. And of course she gets thrown out. She finds Areola in the sewer, but Deep finds both of them, and that's where we find out that Awkwafina's powers are she can control shit.
Yep.
And she grosses Deep out until he retreats. And he gets a butt plug to the eye.
Wow.
And that was the real Deep, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
This on IMDb, this is the lowest rated episode at 4.1 stars.
I wonder why.
The top review just says crap episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's funny.
I still thought it was funny.
It was funny.
I mean, it was funny. I think that title is funnier, though.
She gets the revenge on one of the girls who were mean to her by dropping a piece of shit in her coffee.
Yeah.
Episode 6, we go back in time 8 years ago. We see two superheroes fall in love while beating up a supervillain named Groundhog, who is voiced by John DiMaggio,
A.K.A. Bender, A.K.A. anyone ever on a cartoon.
Yeah. Don Cheadle was the Nubian prince, and Aisha Tyler was Nubia.
She's so great.
She's Lana in Archer. She also wrote this episode.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And in the first fight scene, I liked how the Nubian prince was checking out Nubia's ass while she was beating up the supervillain.
It's very true. Yeah,
But
I think we all win.
Of course. 8 years later, they have a young daughter, but their relationship is strained. The daughter decides to go visit Groundhog at his house, and he's like, what are you doing here? I'm not a pedo. And he yells at his neighbor. He's like, I'm not a pedo.
I can't do anything with my hands anyway.
I don't have any fingers. I'm not a pedo, Benjamin. And it turns out their fight was all scripted by Vought, but the kid knows and just wants him to fight her parents, so they fall in love again. And he's like, well, I can't jack off, so I may as well crack some heads.
Yeah, sure. I get it.
Groundhog acts like he kidnapped their daughter, and so mom and dad kick his ass. I thought they were going to kill him. Like, I thought that's where it was heading.
I thought
like
that
the
was
little kid was going to be like, oh no, what have I done? They killed him.
It wasn't resolved at the end. I thought it was kind of unspoken that they did kill him.
Well, they didn't show that he was like dead.
For sure, and I guess they definitely would have showed it.
Yeah. So they kick his ass, they fall back in love, and the daughter has to listen to her parents fuck all night.
Yeah.
It's like, good God.
What have I
thanks
done?
for that.
But then they go back to fighting the next morning, and the daughter's like, just get divorced. I don't want to hear that at night. That's terrible. Episode 7, I would say, is my least favorite.
It's so sad.
Yeah.
I just thought it was kind of lame.
Right.
Like, I like the idea, this wife's dying of cancer. The old man, he works his Vought as a janitor, so he steals some Compound V to save her life. And Vought shows up to kill them, but the old woman fucks them up. She basically is like Carnage. Like the Compound V is like a symbiote inside of her.
Yeah.
And she can't control it.
Yeah.
It bonds, the cancer leaves her body, and the tumor and the fucking blue shit bonds with a forest, and it's like eating all the animals, and she's the only one that could stop it, so she sacrifices herself to, save everyone.
So sad and depressing.
Yeah.
It was. Andy Samberg was Gary the receptionist in that one.
He had 2
He
words.
was. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, right. I don't even remember what he said.
Neither do I.
The final episode is
The best.
I mean, it's the most important one.
It really is.
Because it's Homelander's origin story, really. We see Homelander when he first got signed by Vought. Mm-hmm. They introduce him as their new soup, and he immediately figures out how to fake it, like telling a fake story about his childhood, while we see flashbacks of him being tortured and experimented on as a kid.
Yeah.
And then Madeline's back, obviously, because it's a prequel.
Right.
The one that he basically, it's like...
And it was Elizabeth Shue.
Yeah, she acts like his mom, but he also has sex with her, and...
Yes.
And she, he sucks on her tits, gets milk, in season 1 or whatever.
Yeah.
But she says the line from Social Network. She's like, let's drop the. Just Homelander.
Yeah.
Better.
Right.
That's true.
And Homelander's first mission goes horribly wrong as he accidentally kills a hostage. So he snaps and he kills the bad guys and the rest of the hostages except for one woman hostage. And then Black Noir shows up and sees what happens, and they have a fight, and Homelander accidentally blows up the entire chemical plant. Mm-hmm. The woman hostage survives again, but then Noir snaps her neck.
Yeah.
Because he's a team player.
Yes.
And then Homelander tells the press they tried to save everyone, but the bad guys blew up the plant, and
starts there.
Homelander's first mission, he fucked up.
Of course.
Black Noir has to be one of my favorite characters, to be honest.
Well, yeah.
I love him. He's so funny.
He's all business.
All business. He's just like the Batman, but with less words. Which Batman already says very few words.
And they did get the guy who plays Homelander to do the voice in this one, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right. Aaron something.
And Giancarlo Esposito was in there, too.
Anthony Starr.
Anthony Starr.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So...
He was? I don't even remember his character.
He was the boss.
He was Mr. Egger.
Yeah. I know, but I mean, he had 1 or 2 lines.
Yeah.
That was it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It was something really quick. Hey, can you come in and just record something real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. Okay.
But no, I thought it was great. I'd be totally down for season 2.
Sure.
But until then,
But
June.
we've got June 3rd. We've got so long to wait now.
It's only 2 months.
It feels like forever.
It's not that long. It's 2 months.
I guess about 3-4 weeks after we finish Moon Knight. So
Yeah.
Yeah. But Obi-Wan will also be on at the same time. Oh my God. And Better Call Saul.
Oh my God.
When is Better Call Saul's April, right? It's next month.
Oh, I was gonna.
It's gonna be a lot. We're gonna have 2 shows a week at least.
I was gonna bring this up when we were talking about things on Hogwash, but I forgot.
Yeah.
But to get ready for Better Call Saul, I watched Nobody.
Oh well, that has nothing to do with Better Call Saul, but yeah, it's a great movie.
That's him. But yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah,
Nobody was great.
it's a poor man's John Wick.
Yeah, and I guess they're having they're gonna make a sequel out of it.
They are.
Wow.
Yeah, I really like Nobody.
Thumbs up. And Christopher Lloyd in it, which was also a precursor for Obi-Wan, right?
No, Mandalorian.
Mandalorian. Okay, shit.
It's not a precursor. It has nothing to do with each other.
I'm just saying it gets me ready for it.
I thought you were going to
Get
say
ready.
to prepare for Saul, I watched Better Call Saul.
No,
or
nobody.
Breaking Bad.
Nobody, because he's going to be gangster in Better Call Saul, I would imagine. The final season.
Saul's
We're
going to
going
be
to get some gangsterness out of Saul.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. He's still a pussy by the time Breaking Bad rolls around.
There will be some gangsterness in Better Call Saul. From someone.
Well, he's always a criminal, but...
I can't wait for that show to end so I can just binge out everything.
I started watching Breaking Bad for the 3rd time.
Oh, nice.
I'm on season 1.
Yeah.
I'm doing a slow, it's a slow binge because I've already watched the show a couple times,
You
right?
haven't seen it yet?
I fucking love it.
I haven't watched Better Call Saul.
None of it?
It's going to be like the Righteous. It's going to be like the movie we're about to watch.
Righteous
Gemstones.
Yeah.
You watch one, and by the time we get to the current season of Better Call Saul, you'll be there.
Well,
you'll be ready for it.
AMC's notorious for like taking forever to finish stuff. Like final season broken up into 8 parts over 10 years. You know?
Well, Better Call Saul is broken up into 2 parts, the final season, but they're all airing this year.
Yeah.
So I guess by the end of the year, you'll be able to watch the whole series. Why did you want to wait? Is that how you did Breaking Bad?
No.
That's how I did Breaking Bad.
No, but like I started watching Breaking Bad before like the 4th season came out, I think.
Okay.
And then once you're caught up, man, AMC just takes forever.
Yeah.
You know? So I want to I don't want to catch up because I know I'll catch up before the show ends. I don't want to be stuck waiting.
I need it all now.
Yeah, basically.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
Give me what I want. Give me what I want. Funny story. So I binged Breaking Bad after the entire series ended.
Okay.
Not on purpose. I just didn't even check out the show until then. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's still all, even back then, it was all on Netflix. And I was watching it. I get to season 5. I'm like, oh, the final season. And like there's 8 episodes or whatever. So then I'm like, here it is. This is the last episode, episode 8. And I watch it. And that's where Hank finds out on the toilet. And then it ends. And I'm like, that's the end of the show? What the fuck? And I didn't know that Netflix didn't release the second half of season 5 yet.
Oh my God.
And they literally put it on Netflix the next day.
Oh, you
really?
have to wait
Yeah.
long.
And then I was like, oh, thank God.
Good for you.
Because I was like, I'm about to go fucking pirate this second half.
Right.
Yeah. So I just thought that was funny. I was like, that was the fucking end? What? That's it? So anyways, that's all for the boys. So let's review season 2 of Righteous Gemstones.
Yeah.
Amazing show. Amazing.
So one thing about the show that is like Peacemaker is the intro is like loud and obnoxious. Like they have the first scene, the opening scene, then it leads into like the music and the intro, and both have great intros like that. Like obviously Peacemaker has a giant dance number and it's like a 2-minute thing, but it's like something happens in the beginning scene and then it's do you really want to dance it? But then like Righteous Gemstones has something and something funny will happen and then they'll just be like, oh, like
it just says praise.
Praise.
Is that what it is?
Praise.
Yeah.
Great.
I love it. So the opening scene is a wrestling match.
Right.
There was a lot of wrestling.
Wrong podcast.
So much wrestling in this season.
Right.
Turns out Eli wasn't always a religious man.
Uh-huh.
And was his finisher that he snaps your thumbs in half? Because
all I think about is The Simpsons, like when Marge gets a letter, we break thumbs. Like they send him over.
And then that fucking preacher tried to kill himself by jumping off of a 1-story ledge.
Oh my God.
He's sitting on the ground with his legs fucked up.
I'm going to kill myself. So terrible.
Oh, Lord. And the only thing is that he was having an affair, right?
No, not even that. Him and his wife were like fucking strippers together.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, there was a video of his wife going down on a stripper.
And that was it, yeah.
And he's like, I'm sorry, we can't have you on our streaming service.
Right, yeah.
It's like a religious streaming service. You're gonna sign up? You're gonna sign up for that?
But I'll be honest, I can't believe there isn't one of those out there.
Fox Nation is like half a religious streaming service.
Yeah, that's
fair.
true.
Like Fox Nation, they have movies on Fox Nation, and they're all like the religious, like shitty religious movies.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I liked when Jesse's youngest son is like leaving his cum-stained underwear all over the house. He's like, your little brother's blessed and loads all over this house.
I know. And it's like,
We never got to the bottom of that, by the way.
We did
Yeah,
not.
no.
But it was so funny. He's like, well, why don't you talk to him, Dad? Well, I think it might come better from an older brother.
Yeah.
Jesse tells his son that every time he masturbates, all of his dead relatives in heaven watch him. And like Gideon's like, oh, that's fucked up.
And he's like back as like a videographer for the church.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Right.
great.
But like Jesse making his son feel guilty about masturbating is like, that's so Catholicism,
Oh, for sure.
you know?
Yeah.
Because I was raised Catholic, and once I found out that was a sin, I was like apologizing to God for so fucked up. Should not have
Jesus.
to feel bad for masturbating.
Hey, I am Catholic. I do feel bad when I
No.
do.
No. What you
I
do,
never
do?
feel
I
bad.
do
I mean,
it.
I've jacked it twice since I've been here.
Well, you should repent, buddy. You should repent,
Putty?
buddy.
Oh yeah, you go repent every week, Josh.
Just don't rub your knee
probably
against underneath the
should.
table. You
I probably should.
need new
Listen,
shorts.
these are problems I have, Andrew.
Yeah.
All right? I've got a lot of stuff I need to get
All right,
taken off my
moving on.
soul.
It's
Moving
all
on.
just to make you feel bad, Josh.
Yeah.
I do
come
feel
on.
bad, and I need to.
No.
I need to
No, this
forgive him
isn't
for
that podcast. People
No.
want to pay to hear
This is
your
the show that
terrible
makes.
life.
This is the show that makes fun of religion.
Yes.
The Righteous Gemstones.
it.
Yes.
It made me think a lot about religion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Kelvin, Adam Devine.
Oh my God, this is amazing.
He's funny, but like his character's like completely worthless in the show.
Absolutely. But him showing up with like all those bodybuilders,
The God Squad.
the God Squad, and they're like training to go walk for 40 days in the desert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Judy and BJ got married at Disney World.
Yeah,
Nobody
they
was
did.
Just on a
apparently.
whim. No one was invited.
Uh-huh.
And then I didn't even know this. Eric Andre is in the show.
Yeah.
And he's the bad guy of the show.
He is,
And
he
you'll
is.
find out to the end, but
Spoiler alert, Jesus,
No,
Andrew.
There was a point where I was like, maybe like the second or third episode, I was like, okay, it's him.
that killed him.
I didn't
Yeah,
notice it
yeah.
until the end. I thought it was the son,
Junior.
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 Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, it's just funny because Eric Andre, like, he's never. Not that this is serious.
No,
but, like,
he's
he
not a
is,
serious bad guy at all.
But like it is what he's doing is serious, like
Right.
the murders
Right.
and everything.
Well,
and-
we should have realized it because there's so many commercials out with him that he wants to play different roles.
Yeah.
Haven't you seen those commercials?
No, I have not.
You haven't? Where he's crying
Oh, yeah.
on his phone.
Yeah.
It's like, you
It's like a
take
Verizon
video of
commercial.
me crying.
I mean, his show on Cartoon Network.
Eric Andre show.
Yeah,
It was out there.
It was great. He had a porn star on, and then like some guy falls through the ceiling just for no reason.
Yeah.
Like it was a talk show, but he would like fuck with people.
And Hannibal was there just chilling.
yeah,
Can
right.
someone explain this to me since we're talking about Eric Andre? That meme where he's shooting someone? What is that? Where does that meme come
It's
from?
from his
That's
show.
from his show.
What,
Yeah.
what is that from, though? Like, what was... Give me the context.
Oh, I don't remember.
Oh, it's just
Oh,
something
boy.
stupid. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was curious. Okay.
It's not Cartoon Network, Adult Swim.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's the same thing,
really.
same
But
thing.
yeah.
I'll look it up later.
Well, one of the most used gifs ever is like when a woman posts a thirst trap, and then it's Eric Andre going, "Let me in, let me in."
Let me in.
Yeah. But yeah, Eric Andre plays like, I guess the Joel Osteen.
Joel's...
Yes, he plays like a.
He's from Houston.
Yeah, and they have a mega church out there. So
Lyle
he's
and
basically.
Lindy, listen.
Yeah, he's basically Joel Osteen.
He has a rock and roll church.
Yeah, he does.
And he wants to build a religious resort. He wants the gemstones to invest.
Yeah.
But Eli doesn't because he's worried about his skeletons coming back to haunt him in the form of Eric Roberts on crack.
Basically, yeah. Yeah.
Like Eric Roberts, I really haven't seen much of him. Like the first time I saw Eric Roberts was The Dark Knight.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, he's kind of like the Joker in this show. In a
Yeah,
way.
he kind of is.
Yeah.
Jesse tells his siblings that he's taking the reins from Daddy, and he tells them to kiss the ring. And Judy's like, "That ring has probably been shoved up Amber's pussy." And he's like, "Oh, it's definitely been shoved up her pussy."
And this is at like the after church dinner, right?
yeah.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
They always go to that same restaurant.
Yeah, and then John Goodman or Eli and Junior, they get drunk at another restaurant, and That big guy learned the hard way. You don't fuck with John Goodman, man.
Yeah, he fucking broke his thumbs.
Broke his thumbs.
Jesus.
And then the next morning, Judy shows up and sees her dad and Junior, and she's like, "You guys, you had sex? You guys giving each other donkey punches and shit?"
Judy, I think, is an underrated character.
Oh, she's great.
She's amazing.
I love Judy and PJ. They're amazing.
Oh, BJ. Jesus Christ.
Everyone in that show is great.
Yeah.
But yeah, BJ's fucking hilarious. Jason Swartman plays the reporter that took down the preacher in the first episode, and he's doing a story on Mama Gemstone, and we never learned what her
story was.
skeleton was.
No.
Maybe that's a season.
I thought that
3
was a
thing.
way just for him to get in to make
Maybe.
him come back.
Yeah, maybe he knew about
Right.
Glendon Marsh. Maybe like that's where he was getting at.
Maybe.
He was pretending it was on her, but it's not.
But I can't believe that storyline kind of ended there. I thought that was actually going to be the storyline for the entire season.
Right.
It was going to be the reporter uncovering dirt.
Yeah.
And they just hoodwinked
Well,
me.
Judy offers to jack the guy off. He's like, no. And she's like, Daddy, I can just get him hungry. And BJ's just like looking behind her like, what the fuck? I didn't expect to see a Jonas brother on the show.
Right, yeah.
Right.
And he's basically making fun of himself.
He is.
That's what's funny about it.
Like, I don't even know if he was donating to the Zion's Landing. I think he was just there to say that he was to get other people to donate.
Or like maybe like they told him like this is a real religious TV show. Like, hey, you want to be on our religious TV show? And like he didn't know. I like when Eric Roberts was like, maybe I should start my own church. It's a lot like wrestling. You have your gimmick, and you never break kayfabe.
Very
like,
true.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then Jesse, Judy, and Kelvin go to the reporter's place to talk to him, but they find him shot to death along with 2 other bodies.
Yeah.
Oh my God, them slipping and sliding in the blood.
The 3 of them, who are all wearing white for some reason.
Well, of course. It's just like wrestling.
Yeah. They are literally slipping and sliding in this man's blood for no less than 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Trying to leave.
And then they go home to tell Daddy, but Eli and Martin show up, and Eli has blood on his pants, claiming they hit a deer.
Yeah.
Which is not the actual story.
No.
He later tells them that he was partying with Eli. They met some ladies, and he decided to try to manscape.
Cut his balls.
And he fucking cut his nuts.
Yeah.
Because he didn't have Manscaped.
Right.
He didn't have the razors.
Oh, are they ad this week?
No, they're not. But
All right, censor that.
they were like our best sponsor. So
They absolutely were. They
don't
let us
mind.
write our own ads, too.
I don't mind giving them another shout out.
Yeah.
They gave us each like fucking all those razors and shit. It was great.
So nice.
So yeah, they
So
drive
smooth.
back to the reporter's cabin, but it's on fire. Kelvin does a youth Christian show with his God Squad, but like they try to do some fucking cheerleader shit, and he falls.
Snaps one of the guys in half, or snaps his clavicle, or something like that. Trying to carry all that weight.
Yeah. And then Kelvin stupidly tells his idiot friend that he thinks his dad might have killed the reporter.
Yeah. Doesn't one of the God Squad guys, like, at the school, like, get a fucking medic.
Get a fucking medic.
Yeah.
For the children. Yeah. BJ was rollerblading one day in his full gear.
I was rollerblading and I saw Daddy just riding the roller coaster for
I love every
hours.
time. There's like multiple times in the show where BJ's like, "Well, Daddy," and Eli's like, "Nope."
Dr. Gemstone.
He's like, "Nope, we're not there yet." He's like, "Nope." Junior keeps calling Eli, but he ignores him because Eli thinks Junior killed the reporter. Mm-hmm. And Kelvin takes the phone. They find suspicious texts. That's when he tells him the story of like the manscaping thing. But he tells them the true story, and the kids are more upset that Daddy is cheating on their dead mom.
Correct.
I felt terrible
Like,
for
you're
that.
cheating on Mom?
Yeah.
Son, I've got needs, son.
And then Kelvin doesn't like how one of his God Squad boys is acting, so he makes him carry a giant cross on his back. But he fails due to his bad hamstring. And
Put him in the cage.
They put him in a cage for 7 days and 7 nights.
Yeah.
And then Junior surprises Eli in his car, but Eli tells him, go back to Memphis. I don't want to be your friend. And then episode 4 opens, and I was so happy to see Walton Goggins back.
Yes.
Because a couple episodes in, I'm like, is he not in this one? Because I don't remember what happened to him at the end of season 1. I'm sure you do, Josh, because you just watched it.
He got the money, right? And he left.
He left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he was trying to like have Judy like be the part that her mom played.
Oh, that's
when they
right.
were
Yeah,
kids.
right.
But
And I love how they call him Uncle Baby Billy.
Uncle Baby Billy.
Yeah. Hey, don't you remember Baby Billy?
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, it's Uncle Baby Billy.
This wasn't in the second season, but in the first season, it's so funny when Uncle Baby Billy was introducing him to the wife.
Yeah.
And they're all the same age. And he's like, can you make them call me Aunt?
Yes.
She's so funny.
Yeah. I was really happy to see him back, and then we see that he abandoned his first wife and son in a flashback.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later, but I loved when the wrestler threatened Eli in the parking lot.
Was that Hulk Hogan?
It basically was supposed to
It
be.
was, yeah.
He's like, Junior wants an apology, and you're going to give him one. Ah!
Yeah.
It's like, you're a pretty good heel. Need to work in that growl, though, buddy. I guess that should have been the first sign that Junior wasn't the one going after him.
Right.
Because, like, Junior just used a wrestler to threaten.
Yeah.
But later in the they show him in the crowd, the wrestler too. So
Yeah.
they make you really think that it is the
And
wrestler.
they put the flower on his car. BJ, oh my God, BJ's baptism.
Holy shit. Like, remember when MTV had the My Super Sweet 16? Yeah. This was BJ's super baptisms.
All the giant photos on the walls of him just like, oh.
Yeah. So good. Had different outfits.
And Judy's like, I'm so happy that you're not going to burn in hell now.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And then at one of the tables, Baby Billy's talking, like his wife's there, and he's like, well, you was a toilet baby. You was a toilet baby. She's like, oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, God, that comes up in
Which
the
is,
play.
that's foreshadowing.
Yeah.
And then Judy hates BJ's family because they're all atheists.
Uh-huh.
Or I don't even know. They're just agnostic, right?
I think so, yeah.
They're not even atheists. They're
Yeah.
just agnostic.
So weird.
And she's like, you tell me you don't want to fuck your fine-ass brother?
What if I put a gun to your head? Would you fuck your brother?
Well,
Maybe.
I guess, yeah. I fucking knew it.
Oh, this show's amazing.
I wish we would have watched this together. I feel like we would have enjoyed it so much more,
Oh, yeah.
too. So Kelvin is pissed because his dad doesn't let him and his God Squad boys go to Israel.
For 40 days.
40 days.
To walk through the
Walk
desert.
deserts.
So
I kind of wanted to
Kelvin,
see that story play out.
Right, yeah.
What we're doing.
Kelvin fights his dad, but Eli beats him up and breaks his thumbs.
Damn.
And seeing Kelvin like cry on the stretcher, that was fucking great.
Yeah. And so all the God Squad guys are like, what?
And Keith is still beating his chest
Yeah.
as the ambulance drives
Right.
off. He's like following the ambulance down
I felt
the
so
street.
sad for Keith in the show, but he's an
No.
amazing character.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're still like, I don't know. I'm waiting for him to like snap. You know,
Yeah.
like it's got to happen at
Well,
some
he
point.
did snap in season 1.
He did?
Yeah, when he went back to his satanic roots.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But I mean like snap on Kelvin or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, because they love each.
Well, they do.
They think they love each other.
Yeah. Baby Billy abandons his wife and unborn child again.
Yeah.
And then Jesse and Amber steal Eli's private bus, but it's shot up by the motorcycle gang or the motorcycle ninjas.
That's right.
Yes.
Episode 5 is a flashback episode in 93. This one is pretty dark.
It is.
Eli's in some money trouble, but Junior's father, Glendon Marr, shows up and offers to give him $3 million, but it's all in cash. And Eli knows the money's dirty, so he turns him down. Mm-hmm. And this is also right after Baby Billy ditched his first family because he's broke.
Yeah.
Eli gives him a job with the church. And then Marsh comes back and threatens Eli with a gun, but Eli's senile father shoots and kills Marsh.
Damn.
That was hilarious.
And they cover him in cement and bury him under the amusement park.
Under the roller coaster.
Under the roller
Right under the
coaster,
roller
where
coaster.
Yeah.
he was riding the roller coaster for hours.
Yeah. And then episode 6, we go back to the motorcycle ninjas shooting the bus. And, of course, Jesse and Amber live. They're okay. Mm-hmm. And as they drive off, Jesse shoots at them and misses. but then Amber shoots one of them.
Dead shot.
Can I just say, I love the prayer group sessions that they have throughout the show.
Like the couples?
With the couples session with Jesse and Amber.
Right.
And then you got
the husband from the first season who got caught cheating.
With the little tiny cock. And he's trying to get back with his wife.
Yeah.
It's so, God damn, this show's amazing.
Right.
Sorry, God.
Okay. So, of course, Jesse feels inferior as a man because his wife shot him. Yeah. So he gets all the husbands of the church to threaten Junior. And they go
to like form a posse.
With the what do you call that? A slingshot. With the old school slingshot.
Like the thing that David used on Goliath.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
The like stone and the the leather thing.
Right.
And it's funny, they all do it. And like some of them hit him.
We're going to decapitate your family and we're going to rape you. He's like, what? He's raping me? We're not going to rape anybody, but if anyone's getting raped, it's going to be you. Which that's very similar to what Danny McBride says in This Is the End. When like Emma Watson thinks they're going to like rape her like before they're talking about it. And Danny McBride's like, if anyone's going to rape anyone, it's probably going to be Danny. Or like, no, that's what Franco says. He's like, if anyone's going to rape anyone, it's probably going to be Danny. He's like, what the fuck, Franco? So yeah, Kelvin gets overthrown by his God Squad boys. This is basically like buff Jesus.
Yeah.
It's like the best way to describe him.
That's it.
Right.
And he's like, I can't even take a pee without Keith holding my ding dong.
Imagine him trying to take a shit.
Keith also like he's completely naked, and Keith is like on his knees with his cock in his face. He's like, "Come on!" And he helps him put his underwear on.
Time to put your undies on.
Yeah. Then the motorcycle ninjas come and they come back after Eli. They shoot him while he's driving. So Eli's in a coma, and Jesse, Judy, Amber, and BJ all take turns vomiting in the street.
Yeah.
Until we get the intro song for episode 7. Oh, praise! God. They put Keith in the cage, the God Squad boys.
Because Kelvin, they challenged Keith to a test, carry the cross thing. And then,
you must bear the cross!
Yeah, and then Keith does it, and he loses quickly.
He loses.
Yeah.
Quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, he sees there's a hole in a cage. He's peeking through, and I fucking knew if it's going to happen. And he gets a fucking dick to the face. And he starts crying. He's like,
oh, Lord Jesus.
And then we see that Baby Billy is selling a health elixir.
Sure.
Because of course he is.
That's right on character.
He's like, 1 drop of this, no more COVID.
That might have been put in late.
Right. That was probably improvised.
Reshoot.
Oh, for sure. Judy, BJ, and Tiffany track him down. Billy responds by spanking BJ, driving off, and then spilling the elixirs all over the road.
Trailer fucking turns over.
Yeah.
Then he
Trailer
gets out
flips
of the car
over.
and runs away. That's so funny.
He's got like this huge trailer attached to this tiny BMW.
I just love how BJ and Judy are like raising their aunt too.
They're raising their aunt like a child.
No, don't do that.
Bitch, be brave. And then Martin thinks up an ambush plan to take out the motorcycle gang in the hospital. Basically, they move Eli home, and Jesse does the live broadcast, the church sermon. And he's like, yeah, my daddy's all alone in the hospital in room 512 or whatever.
That was good.
And that's where they pan up to the wrestler and
this is where I figured out who the bad guy was.
It's like, fuck.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it.
So
they
then
caught me.
Kelvin visits daddy at home and he wakes up. The gang shows up to the hospital and the ambush works. Mm-hmm. Jesse shoots one of them as they try to escape and he cattle prods his ass. BJ's like, no, I'm fine. They tried to get me, but I'm fine. And there's a ninja star in his head.
Yes.
That's where it's like, it's a cartoon now.
It is.
And then Jesse's son Gideon, because he's an awesome stuntman, he chases down the other ninjas and fucks them up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the ninjas go to jail.
Uses the cattle prod. Didn't think it would come in handy, but it did.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Episode 8 opens with a flashback of Junior's. We really find out he's a piece of shit. because his daddy takes all the money and holds his son at gunpoint.
Well, we find out his dad's a piece of shit.
That's what I'm saying.
I thought he said Junior.
Well, Junior's dad.
Yeah, Junior's dad.
And then, like, he leaves, and then Junior's like, Daddy, praise!
So much daddy in the show.
I know.
Oh, my
daddy.
God. Yeah.
Daddy.
Well, the show is just a bunch of, like, adults that are still children to their parents.
Yes, basically.
You know?
Yeah, what is Jesse, 50?
Yeah, right. And they're still calling their father Daddy. Good Lord.
Daddy, come on now.
Yeah. Judy put Tiffany on a bus, but then immediately regrets it and breaks the fucking door, the glass on the fucking bus door. Kelvin carries the cross, and he fucking does it. And he's like, get the fuck out of my house. And they're like, yeah, it's your house, dude. You could have just told us.
Yeah.
Just said, get out of here.
And then Eli tells Jesse he's going to give him the money for the hotel. And he tells the kids the truth about Junior's father. And then, how about that Macaulay Culkin appearance out of nowhere?
Yeah. How about that?
I was like, because from episode, what was it, 4, when we see him abandon his son, you know, like, there's going to be some sort of, like, it's going to play out somehow. I'm like, who's going to play his adult son?
Yeah.
It's Macaulay Culkin.
So good.
And, of course, it's like, you know, he hasn't seen him since he was a kid. He's like, what can I do to make up for it? He's like, can I hit you as hard as I can with a closed fist in the face? And he fucking punches him, and Baby Billy is such a narcissist, egomaniac that he's like, I'm good. I'm like, I'm cured, you know, like
I healed you.
Or like he's been forgiven because of like 30 years of being a piece of shit. So that was great. Eli meets with Junior back at his wrestling school, and Junior's like, your son said he was going to behead my relatives and rape me? What the fuck is that? Eli tells Junior the truth about his father, and he gives him his dad's gun, and they make amends, because Junior's like, yeah, my father was an asshole. I don't...
Right.
He tells Eli that he didn't send the motorcycle gang, and then there's an explosion at the prison, and the motorcycle gang members escape. And of course, it turns out that it's Eric Andre, or Pastor Lyle, and he was the reporter's rat. Mm-hmm. And we see, like, you know, how the reporter died. He didn't want to rat on the Gemstones anymore because he's going into business with them. Mm-hmm. And
he was basically trying to get Eli out of the way.
Right.
So that
Jesse could invest.
Well, that was his
Yes.
that was his plan after this shit happens. One of Lyle's men pulled out a concussion grenade. The reporter.
That scene was, I mean, it was so funny and just amazing. They think that they killed him when they were shooting all the guns out.
Right.
But it was actually the reporter who killed himself.
The reporter shot himself. He shot
like a cast iron pan. And it bounced back right in his head.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
But first, the reporter shot the guy that was holding a grenade, and he blew himself and another guy up.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
That scene was insane. Lyle wondered if the Gemstone saw his other men, so he burns them alive along with the house.
Yeah.
So dark.
And it turns out the motorcycle gang are kids from Lyle's orphanage.
I think it was right here when I realized that Lyle Listens was the bad guy.
Shut the fuck up. Stupid. Well, before that, though, the reporter's like, I know what you've been doing with some of your...
boys at the ranch.
Some of your boys at your orphanage.
Yeah.
And, of course, you think it's, like, pedophilia
Sexual.
stuff.
Right.
No, he just has a motorcycle gang
Motorcycle ninjas.
of orphans.
Yeah.
So everyone goes to the Zion groundbreaking ceremony. Baby Billy returns to Tiffany, but she gives birth to their baby in a porta potty.
Oh, God.
Toilet
And
baby.
Billy has to pull him out, and that was disgusting.
It was.
The baby's all blue. He's like, oh.
Yeah.
Lyle tells Jesse that he hired the motorcycle gang to take out Eli so that Jesse could have the money so that he could invest. So they have a fight, and Jesse knocks him out with the fucking slingshot rock thing or whatever.
Yeah.
And, where the fuck am I? Shit. Oh yeah. So
The girl threatens.
he thinks he kills Lyle. He's like, "Hello, everyone, come with me. I think I killed someone." But Lyle gets up. Eli clotheslines him, and then Lyle's wife holds them at gunpoint, shoots BJ in the leg, and he's like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna die!" And Kelvin's like, "At least you're baptized."
That was so good.
And then they make them like go into the ocean so that the listens can escape or whatever. And then 1 month later, Kelvin has a youth squad, but it's super creepy.
Yeah, him and Keith.
Keith are just like, it's just us and these children. God. The listens escaped to Alaska. This is where they straight up just do a parody of The Godfather.
Right.
The end of The Godfather.
Well, and the Gemstones have taken over Zion's Landing.
Yeah,
That's
that
right.
project.
Yeah.
So that should.
And they
pay out
changed the
somewhat.
name. I couldn't remember.
Well, it's just... no, it's still Zion, but it's just owned by the Gemstones.
Oh, maybe that's what it was. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. They just changed the banner so that it says Gemstones on it. But like, it's so the end of The Godfather where the baby's getting baptized, and then during that you see all the people getting killed. This is the same thing where like they're doing the church sermon and everything. They're all singing, and then in between we see that the Listens escaped to Alaska, but Eli hired the motorcycle gang, who are now on snowmobiles instead.
So cool.
And
So
they
cool.
kill the Listens. They fucking shoot the wife to death. And then Lyle, like fucking Jack in The Shining, freezes to death. And then the wolves eat him as the credits roll.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very, very fun show. Very fun
Oh, it was
show.
hilarious.
Yeah.
So there will be a season 3.
Nice.
Amy Gravett, the executive vice president of HBO programming, she said, after a season of literal fire, brimstone, blood, sand, and rollerblading, who wouldn't want to come back for more? The Gemstone family makes us laugh like nobody else. And she is got dang right. I don't want to say God. She is got dang right.
Okay.
It's amazing.
You don't want to upset the Gemstones?
I don't want to upset God. I have enough to repent for.
That is true.
So
yeah.
good.
Great show.
So who was your favorite character?
In the show?
In the show. In this universe.
In this universe.
Man, I just love BJ so much.
I know. I think it's BJ.
What about you, Eric?
Favorite character?
Oh, BJ, 100%.
Are we all in agree? A sweep it? A rare sweep it?
So like when his parents come and she's like, oh, who's that? Someone's baby. Oh, right, because the Tiffany, right? Mm-hmm. She's pregnant, and BJ's mom is like, oh, I love that baby. Hopefully, some of that baby fever rubs off, and then BJ's like, oh, mom, there's no such thing as baby fever. He's like, baby fever's not real. It's like, god damn it. Yeah,
BJ's so literal. It's amazing.
exactly.
Good shit.
Yeah, go check it out if you have. Well, I mean, we just spoiled the whole thing, but still.
Still worthy.
All right, on to fan questions. Ian McAllister, who is the next promising actor from WWE? Push Fireberry, Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, Montez Ford. I'll go out on a whim and say none of them are going to become big movie stars.
Can I
guess push Seth Rollins if you had to.
Can I interject real quick?
Yeah.
Apparently, this just happened at the Oscars.
Okay.
Chris Rock said something about Jada Smith, and Will Smith punched the shit out of him, like for real.
What?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Well, I'm looking it up right now.
There's video of him punching him?
I mean, I'm sure someone's going to upload video soon.
Well, I mean, it has to be up already.
Oh, there's already a GIF. Like he smacked him.
Let me see. I
What the
can't see
fuck?
from there. This has to be planned. Did he smack him? Oh, he did smack. He slapped the shit out of him.
Yeah. Apparently, Chris Rock said something about Jada Pinkett Smith.
Will and Jada Smith. No, that's not it. No.
All right, so it's just all right. Yeah,
I
whatever.
mean, that's crazy.
That is crazy.
And Will Smith walks out like, okay.
That's probably planned. I think.
Maybe. You never
don't
know.
know.
They need ratings.
Right.
Damn, Eric, that sounded amazing.
I know.
He did say punch the shit out of him, and then he slapped him. But
slapped
yeah,
him.
I mean, it was whatever. All right.
Oh, so best actor in WWE, or was that what it was? Or who's going to be the next great actor in WWE?
Yes, Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, Montez Ford.
Seth Rollins.
Roman Reigns.
Yeah, he already is.
No, he said great actor.
There you go.
Yeah.
Guy on a Buffalo, any chance of doing some classic movie reviews like Caddyshack, Animal House, or Airplane? I do love Airplane.
Or Batman and Robin.
Yeah. Only Batman movies. I do love Airplane. Maybe one day. The One Wilson, any of you guys Star Trek fans, there's a new show called Strange New Worlds coming out on Paramount Plus about the Enterprise with Captain Christopher Pike.
I am not a Star Trek fan, but I did want to see that animated series, I guess Below the Deck is what it was called.
Oh, yeah.
It seemed kind
on
of
Paramount
interesting.
Plus.
Yeah, kind of like a cartoon comedy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That sounded kind of interesting.
Pop Culture Junkie, what are some of your favorite films you grew up watching that could never be made today? And that's basically every movie.
Yeah, basically. Man.
Ace Ventura. You can't make that movie
No.
today.
Well, Airplane.
Einhorn is a man? Oh, God.
Airplane,
like Einhorn? Well, Airplane is just like, I mean, maybe, but it's mostly just like...
Any of the Naked
silly.
Guns.
Well, with O.J. Simpson, you can't cast him again, yeah.
He was a lead.
Well, even kids' movies, like, they wouldn't make The Lion King today.
Yeah.
Because that's too brutal for kids now.
Right.
I mean, I think that was a little much for us to see as children.
Right. And also...
Mufasa's death, like, still fucking... I still have...
It rocked us.
Yeah.
I mean, Disney has a thing with that. Like, you look at like Up. Have you watched the first 10 minutes of Up?
So depressing.
Kill me.
So depressing.
Finding Nemo? Jesus.
Wow. I mean, like, what was it?
But now, like, in the last, like, 10 years, they don't make those sad movies anymore. Really.
Like Jesus.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Tony C., I know you guys will be swamped in the next week or so, but will you consider reviewing the Halo TV series on Paramount Plus?
I've heard bad things.
No.
Oh, see, yeah.
I've heard bad
I need
things.
to watch it.
I don't
Check
know.
it out.
I'm not a Halo fan to begin with, but
Me either.
Yeah.
Omar, hey, yo, are you a fan of Ana de Armas? Of course. You see her beautiful teats in Deep Water on Netflix.
You heard it from me first.
Yeah.
I said it earlier.
Again, there's plenty of movies you can see her
I've actually
teats.
never seen.
yeah.
I don't think I've seen a movie that she's been in.
He said it's she was in James. I first noticed her in the James Bond.
James
movie.
Bond's the only one she hasn't showed her boobs in.
Right. Yeah. He says Deepwater's pretty good, but the Adam Project is even better. The kid that plays the younger version of Deadpool, Ryan Reynolds, is pretty impressive.
Yeah, Adam Project wasn't bad.
Wasn't bad. That's it.
Yeah. It wasn't amazing, but
No Free Guy.
it was enjoyable. It wasn't Free Guy. No.
Okay. Boris Lombardi, about the Batman voting. I believe the Batman is the better movie. Only because Batman 89 aged badly. Michael Keaton is still a better Batman. Also, if you want to make a really funny review, you should consider reviewing at least one episode of Guardians of Justice on Netflix. Main actor on that show is Diamond Dallas Page.
What?
How is DDP starring in a Netflix show?
Seriously.
How is that possible?
Right.
Never heard of it.
No, neither have I.
Yeah.
Jonathan Loreno, will you guys be watching / reviewing Morbius when it comes out? Yes, we're just going to be a week late, most likely.
I guess.
Which Spider-Man do you think is in Sony's Spider-Man universe? I think it's Andrew Garfield's. I think so, too.
Yeah, that would make the most sense.
He's definitely showing up at some point.
Yeah.
Amir, based on the 5-minute deleted scene, you guys think Barry Keoghan could be a great Joker? Again, I
Great?
refer you to the soundboard.
No.
Great? No. But I mean, I think he's a serviceable Joker. He's going to be a lot better than that crack addict Joker that we saw on Suicide Squad.
Jared Leto?
Jared Leto.
Yeah. Maybe Jared Leto just can't do superhero stuff.
No.
Right.
Although
yeah.
I'm sure it's more that the script of Morbius.
Or serious stuff.
Yeah.
Or music.
House of Gucci?
Gucci.
Jason Deerham, have you guys been watching Winning Time, The Rise of the Lakers Dynasty, some of John C. Reilly's best work? Yeah, I didn't know that was out. I actually
HBO
would
Max,
be interested in watching that.
Yeah.
That's the show that broke up Will Ferrell and Adam McKay.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
right. Because
Wow.
Will Ferrell wanted to play the owner, right? Jerry
Yeah.
Buss.
Yeah.
But they picked John C. Reilly instead, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Vetty.
I might check that out.
Yeah, I would be interested in watching that.
I might check it out. I'm a Lakers hater.
Hey, same here. All right, so that's all for fan questions. So make sure you subscribe to our podcast wherever you view us. We have exclusive videos on our YouTube channel, Hollywood Hogwash Pod. Follow the show on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Hollywood Hog Pod. Subscribe to us. Oh, I've already said subscribe to us on YouTube. I can
do that again. Do it twice.
And then next week, we will be reviewing the first episode of Moon Knight.
Yeah. Not me, though.
Not Eric.
I'll be in Dallas.
Eric will already be in Dallas.
Already working for the other podcast.
I'll be in Houston.
For What's Wrong with Wrestling.
Exactly.
Working for the other podcast.
This one. That's this one.
Yeah.
All right.
This one.
Goodbye.
Bye.